still need me? Will you still feed me? When, where? Episode 164. Wow, how about that? Yeah, welcome to Punchlines, ladies and gentlemen. Punch is for the jokes. Line is for the folks who like to gamble on sports. We assume that's you. I'm Frank Nicotero, longtime comedian, lifelong sports fan, and today's show is going to be badass because we have the baddest of the bad boys from the Detroit Pistons championship run. We have Rick Mahorn on the show, who's a badass, and this girl from the LPGA, this Charlie Hall, she's pretty badass too. Check this out. Yeah. So there you go. I'm assuming she's British. I don't smoking.
Oh.
I mean, she's blowing smoke
Daly,
in their faces.
Yeah.
And my man here is like, that's so John Daly.
She's smoking all right.
She is smoking. She's smoking. Her name is Charlie Hall. She's on the LPGA. I mean, that's funny, but that is not as funny as this post by @Moke453, who had former Major League umpire Angel Hernandez posting a selfie. See, he's blind. He doesn't know how to do anything. Angel Hernandez selfie.
Well, it clips the zone, so it's a strike.
There you go. There you go. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. The voice you just heard, always in frame and centered in a picture for me. Every day I look at him. Behind the glass, protected like the deodorant at your local Target. I don't know why they do that, but I don't know. Something can be done with that.
You could have said, like, a video game console or something.
No, I'm going deodorant because that seems to be a new thing. You want Tide? You got to go see somebody. Anyway, behind the glass, it's Ryan B. McCormick. The B is for bespectacled. Ryan, what's coming up later in the show? What do you got happening in our famous post with punchlines?
Well, we've got the guest that everybody's waiting for, Rick Mahorn, coming up in the show. We've got Keith Lyle here in the studio to give us punchline picks at 12:36. And then we've got our post with punchlines that's going to have some Shohei Ohtani stuff. Some
top five lists.
A top five list, NFL contract extension talk.
Yeah, we got a lot of good stuff.
Yeah.
And by the way, if you're an NFL guy and you collect jerseys, you got to see what somebody did with all their extra jerseys. This is something you can do. It's like a little DIY segment later on the show. Ryan just mentioned that in the studio today is Keith Lyle. Yay, Keith is here. Keith, very funny comedian here in Vegas. You'll be performing soon.
Yeah, Delirious Comedy Club starting tonight, 7 to 9 p.m. downtown in Hennessy's at where Fremont Street meets Las Vegas Boulevard. I'll be there this weekend and next.
Okay, so Keith's very funny. He's been a regular contributor. He's usually in the chat room. We see a lot of people already in the chat room. Very excited about Rick Mahorn has no filter. We know. Oh, that was you saying that.
That was me.
By the way, if you're new to the show, thank you for watching. Click and subscribe. If you want to join the chat and ask Rick Mahorn a question, you can. You got to subscribe, though. We need subscribers, so please click subscribe. After 5 minutes of being a subscriber, you will then be able to enter the chat room. That's how it works.
Yep.
So, yeah, welcome. Thank you for watching the show. Today is May 30th, a.k.a. 5:30. We should drink if it's 5:30.
It's 5:30 somewhere.
Because it's Mint Julep Day.
Oh.
Why is that not closer to the Kentucky Derby? I'm not sure.
Well, it's, those people in Kentucky, they don't necessarily get the scheduling
How time
out.
Works.
Yeah.
Did you hear that? That's all the people in Kentucky clicking off. Sorry about that. It's International Day of the Potato. So Ryan McCormick, I'm sure you and your family celebrate the potato being Irish of some sort. Okay. I don't know.
Okay.
We celebrate couch potato.
Couch potatoes. That's all of us right there. So, and lastly, it's National Creativity Day. So let's get creative and do lines of the night. Lines of the night. This is something we found interesting that happened last night. Could be a clothing line. Could be something someone wore into a sporting event. Could be a box score line. It could be a funny line from a press conference or on Twitter/X. Keith, you're our guest. We're going to have you go first.
Well, thank you. My line of the night is Imanaga, Shota Imanaga, the pitcher for the Cubs. He was having such a great season. What was his ERA, like 0.67 or something? It was
under 1.
Yeah, then he goes up to Milwaukee, and I don't know if he was having too much fun up there or something, but he only went 4 1/3 yesterday, gave up 8 hits, 7 earned runs, and his ERA ballooned to 1.86. I mean, he's approaching Bob Gibson type numbers here, and that's just unacceptable for Cubs fans.
The thing that bothers me about him is Rookie of the Year conversation, because I have I'll get to my line of the night. I have Jared Jones and Paul Skeen. So why don't we do my line of the night now? I have futures on these guys to win Rookie of the Year. They were plus 300 each. So I need one of them to win Rookie of the Year. Now they're probably they're going to get capped at 150 innings. You're a Cubs fan, Ryan. Is Imanaga going to get capped? Or, I mean, he's played baseball for a long time.
No, yeah. I mean, and
they paid him a lot of money.
Yeah, for a while. Yes.
So I think he has the inside track to Rookie of the Year. But here's my line of the night, Ryan. Go ahead, throw it up there. So this is pretty amazing. So 30 strikeouts and 5 or fewer walks in 4 career outings since, since 1901?
Since 1901, yep.
So look at the list. 2 Pirates right now. Paul Skeens, Jared Jones, both rookies right now. And then you got Tanaka, Steven Strasburg. Look, if one of these guys can become Strasburg and win a ring. Felix Hernandez, who is a beast. And then Gary Nolan, who, if I'm not mistaken, was a Cincinnati Red.
Yep.
I think he was on the Reds with Big Red Machine. I had his card, so that's why I remember him. But that is a line right there, man. 30 strikeouts, 5 or few walks. Yesterday, his 22nd birthday. Now, we do hump day homers yesterday. Me, you, and Alex all struck out on that. It's very hard to predict a home run. We should have known. We should have known Andrew McCutchen, who wears number 22.
Yep.
My favorite Pirate hits a home run on Skeen's 22nd birthday. And by the way, McCutchen was probably plus 600.
At least
600 or 700, maybe, even though he's had 5 homers in the last couple weeks. But we missed on that one. Damn it. All right. So what's your line of the night, Ryan? Something that grabbed you last night.
Phrasing. Keith's line was someone that led the league in ERA. And so mine is going to be looking at the Kansas City Royals pitcher that now leads the league in ERA, Seth Lugo. He is the second pitcher in the modern era to win each of his first 6 road starts of a season while also allowing 0 or 1 run in each one. The other is Greg Maddux, who did so in his first 7 road starts of his Cy Young winning season in 1995.
Seth Lugo was there for the taking for any major league team that wanted him. The Pirates were in conversations with him. I'm like, hey, let's get him. He's an innings eater. Let's get him. He ends up in Kansas City, who's having a nice year. You got him. You got Brady Singer. Seth Lugo.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Seth Lugo.
Damn it.
Is he an aberration or is he gonna?
I don't know. I mean, these guys. I mean, did these guys keep it up all year? You never know. I mean, there's guys that blossom later in their careers. So Jamie Moyer, Kevin Gausman really hasn't. I don't know. It could happen. So good for Seth. I like the Royals. Go Royals. I could root for the Royals. They're an easy team to root for. I mean, I'm not rooting for the White Sox or the Twins or who else is in that division?
Cleveland.
The Tigers and Cleveland. Well, Cleveland. I do like Cleveland. I like the Guardians because I've won a lot with them.
Yeah, just because you won a couple of times this last week, Frankie Fungo.
Let's
That's all.
talk about nailed it or failed it. Last night I had Paul Skeens in the second game of doubleheader. Yesterday afternoon, they won. That takes my winning streak up to 7-0. I'm 7-0, baby. I feel like I could be like a tout service. Who did you have yesterday? You had a winner yesterday, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you laid off.
Yeah.
Alex had a winner with the Yankees and Gil pitching. And I don't remember what happened in the hockey. If we talked hockey.
I can't remember what she picked in that one, but
she did have the Yankees. We had a couple baseball winners for you on the show. Every day, ladies and gentlemen, at 12:36, in less than 30 minutes, we do something called Picks at 12:36. Yes, we have a jingle for it. You will hear it. So that's when we like to do our picks every day when you watch the show Monday through Friday. So please stay tuned. Rick Mahorn will be up soon. And speaking of Greg Maddux, you actually, Keith is also, you've worked in the casinos much of your life.
More than half of my life, yes.
So you're a comedian. You've done that. You were in The Hangover as the blackjack dealer.
That's true.
And you once had craps. You had Greg Maddux at your table.
Yes. Yeah. Well, Greg Maddux and his brother Mike, and they had a friend, and they bought in quite a bit of money, like $1,000, $1,500, and they're shooting the dice.
Right.
And it's Greg's turn to roll, and he can't hit the back of the table. And so I usually let it slide. Right. It's no big deal. But they were starting to win, so the pit boss came over and said, hey, make sure he hits the back wall. So now I got to tell this guy it's always uncomfortable. So I'm like, Mr. Maddux, if you would please, could you kindly, you've hit 4 Cy Young awards. If you could hit the back wall with the dice when you throw them, that would be great. And if you can't, there's a pitching coach here.
Your brother, Mike Maddux.
Who could possibly help you with your form. And they ended up, I think their friend ended up rolling for like well over an hour, and they ended up winning like almost, I think Mike won over 100,000. It was like close to 130.
I love that was just a light afternoon for them. They're like, we won 100K, let's go get lunch.
Yeah. Now what do we do? Maybe we'll bet the football game. I don't know.
Unbelievable. We have the NBA, we have the Western Conference Final tonight, right? We have, now this is an interesting stat. Can you read that stat about the line on the game? Because right now,
sure.
Do we have we might even have a graphic, right? I know it's going to be in post.
It's 20. So the Timberwolves here are 5-point favorites, but the graphic will say the Timberwolves are 4.5-point favorites in Game 5 after trailing 3-0 in this series against the Mavericks. The biggest Game 5 favorite after trailing 3-0 in the last 50 years.
Wow.
Second to last year's Celtics, who were a 8.5-point favorite against the Heat. And all 3 of these favorites went on to win Game 5.
Right.
Making it go Game 6.
I don't know. I mean, I'm rooting for. I mean, everyone's on the Luka train. Everyone's rooting for Dallas. Wants to see Dallas, Boston, Minnesota, Boston. I don't know. Who does Kevin Garnett root for in that matchup?
I think he was in a podcast with Paul Pierce saying he's the only person on the planet that can root for both sides.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's allowed to. He was there for the beginning for the Timberwolves, and then he won his ring with Boston. So that's something we will definitely talk to our guests. We have Rick Mahorn coming on the show. I want to just talk about Rick Mahorn for 1 second. I know a lot of people are tuned in. Greg Maddux played center field for the Phillies. No, that was
Gary
Maddux with Bake McBride.
Sarge. He went on with the Cubs and won in
That was
84.
Gary Matthews.
Oh, Gary Matthews.
Yeah,
Sorry.
but there was Gary Maddux, Matthews,
Gary Maddux, yeah.
Bake McBride. So anyway, Rick Mahorn. I met Rick Mahorn a couple years ago. I was doing a podcast, another different sports podcast, and this guy will make me chase him. To get him on the show today has been a miracle. So he's coming on in a few minutes. Now here's the thing. Can we show our board? Ryan, can you show our board of swearing right here? So I want to point this out that one of a friend of mine, J. Chris Newberg, who is from Detroit, where Rick Mahorn played all his meaningful basketball. Right there, Chris Newberg has dropped the F-bomb 3 times.
A whole big spot for Rick Mahorn.
There's a whole blank spot for Rick Mahorn. I'm praying that Rick Mahorn keeps it relatively clean. It's going to be interesting. So we have him coming up in a few minutes. We know he's going to be on. Here's the thing about Rick Mahorn as well. He will talk basketball, but obviously he's a coach. He's heavily involved in the Big Three. And he loves football more than basketball, I think. Now, he's born in Connecticut. He's going to want to talk about the New England Patriots a lot. He's going to make fun of the Steelers. He will make fun of your Bears. Who is your Bears?
Bears.
So he's going to want to make fun of everything. Ryan, I know you can have a thin skin. He's going to rip on you.
Come on, man.
He's going to tease you. Keith, he might tease you. I don't know. He might point out that there's 3 white guys here asking him questions. He does that all the time when we were on the show before. So it's going to be exciting to have Rick Mahorn on the show. We will be giving picks. I have another baseball pick that I feel really strongly about today. So tomorrow on the show, Friday, Alex White is our regular co-host on Wednesdays and Fridays. Alex is phenomenal. She's been on a tear. She's also on Sports by the Book, which is one of the other shows we do here. So like and subscribe. And what do you have coming up this weekend? You'll be doing stand-up.
I'll be downtown at Delirious Comedy Club doing stand-up. My act, Kirk McHenry this week.
Okay.
Kathleen Dunbar next week.
Kathleen's great.
Kathleen's awesome. Fun shows, 7 to 9 p.m. Local discount. So go to the door there and ask for the local discount. They'll give you one.
All right, let's do one more post before we bring Rick on. I know he's going to be on around 12:15. So one more thing. What did you have at the top of the list you might want to do?
Well, earlier this week we showed a minor league pitcher for the Cardinals.
Okay, this is the guy.
Yeah.
The Italian guy, Editor Giuliani. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, his pitches are like wiffle balls. This guy's single A Cardinal pitcher, but now we have numbers to back this up. All right, so go ahead, throw this up here.
9.
Okay, so this guy, he's from Italy. I mean, look at these pitches.
Breaking ball caught.
Coming back the other, that's a wiffle ball.
This is gonna be the same pitch over and over.
Yeah, but I mean, look at that.
That pitch has Peronis.
Yeah. Now, what are the numbers? Oh, could you leave that up real quick? Sorry, Ann. What is this?
So the pitch dropped 58 inches, moved 8 inches to Giuliani's arm side. It had over 2,100 RPM of spin. In the pitch tracking era, so since 2008, there have been only 27 total major league pitches with 55 plus inches of drop, 8 plus inches of arm side movement, and 2,100 RPM. And he's thrown, the guy ended up correcting himself later, but he's thrown 6 this year alone in the FSL.
Yeah, I mean, to put that much stress on your arm, I know he's a young man, but I mean, that's a lot. He's single A, so he's not close to the majors, although if I were the Cardinals.
With that movement, yeah.
With that movement, he's your closer right there. There's your closer of the future. But I don't know. I mean,
he's going to have a spaghetti arm in no time.
As an Italian, I find that an acceptable joke.
Thank you.
I will take that joke. All right. So are we want to, do we have Rick? Are we going to take a break real quick or no?
Oh,
don't see
okay.
him. All right. Why don't we open post with punchlines? Why don't we sound the horn? All right, ladies and gentlemen, that sound means it's time.
That confused me.
Sound of the horn.
Punchlines where we comb the internet and find fun things for you guys to watch, and we make fun of them, and they're informative and they're silly. So here we go. While we're waiting for Rick, Ryan, what do we have up on post with punchlines?
So the next one was my hump day up homer pick last week, Shohei Ohtani,
right,
who ended up hitting a homer yesterday. So I was a week early.
You're a week early.
Yeah.
So does that count? Do you want half credit for being a week early on his homer?
No, it's all right. But he hit a homer last night in Citi Field, checking off another ballpark of his list. So he needs just 6 more ballparks to hit a homer in all 30 of the current Major League Baseball stadiums. He needs Busch Stadium, the Cardinal Stadium, Chase Field in Arizona, which I feel like
well, he's going to get. Yeah, right. They're a division rival now. So yeah.
And then Citizens Bank Park, the Phillies ballpark, Great American Ballpark, the Reds ballpark, Lone Depot Park in Miami, and PNC Park against your Pirates.
I know. He'll get one in Pittsburgh. I mean, the right field wall is short, but it's high. It's 21 feet for Roberto Clemente. I feel like he puts one in the water.
Yeah, at least one.
Yeah.
I mean, that pitching staff in Pittsburgh.
Well, but Skeens, here's what you pointed out the other day. You were going to take Spencer Torkel, right?
Yeah, Torkelson. Yeah,
Torkelson, sorry.
Yeah.
The exit velo off of Skeens' pitches when you make solid contact is absurd.
Insane. Yeah. So that's what I mean. Shohei's going to get a hold of one of those in Pittsburgh, and it's going to go across the river. He's going to do it. Yeah. It's amazing that he didn't hit one in Cincinnati because they did play in Cincinnati last week. Yep. They got swept. Dodgers were held to like 1 run each game. It was amazing. And those were the games we bet Ohtani to hit a homer because we're like, oh, he's in that little stadium.
Of the season. Yeah.
And he couldn't do it. But he was nursing a hamstring, so he was a little injured. But anyway, hit a homer yesterday. He's back on the road.
Well, sticking with this stat, do you guys know the 2 active players to have homered in all 30 ballparks?
I knew you were going to ask that. I knew that was the question. It's got to be somebody who's been around. Bryce Harper? No. It's somebody who's played
Stanton,
in both
maybe?
leagues.
Giancarlo Stanton, maybe?
Oh, Stanton.
Stanton is one of the 2 to have homered in all 30 Major League
Judge,
ballparks.
not yet.
No, he hasn't gone there yet.
Someone else who's played. Mookie's played in a lot of stadiums.
Yeah, Mookie maybe.
Mookie has homered against all 30 teams,
but not
in 30 stadiums.
You got to think those guys who's played in both leagues.
There's actually 17 active players that have hit homers against all 30 teams, just not all 30 ballparks.
Damn it. Good one on Stanton. Mookie, no. What league is he in now?
He is now in the National League.
Machado?
He started his career with Baltimore, moved to Los Angeles, is now a Padre, Manny Machado.
Manny Machado, nice. Oh, yeah, he's bounced around a lot. That's a great stat.
Yeah. That one hurt. That one hurt.
Damn. Well, you got it. Nice job. All right, what do you have next?
Well, sticking in the NL West, moving up to San Francisco, Matt Chapman's dog decided to ruin Phillies warm-ups and start running around the field. His dog Harley.
Bark in the park. Very nice.
Bark in the park, which was also something at the Las Vegas ballpark.
Yeah, exactly.
Yesterday.
I know. Bark in the park. Yeah.
So,
but look, there's the Phillies pick him up, and then he suplexed them. I don't know.
That was Matt Chapman.
Oh, that was Chapman.
Yeah, pick him up.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think you're allowed to have your dogs running out on the field. I hope Chapman had a bag on him. That's all I hope.
Sure it wasn't his girlfriend? I don't.
All right, so I see Rick Mahorn is ready to go. And do you want to take a break real quick? All right, we're going to take a break. Make sure technically this will be like the fastest break you've ever seen, ladies and gentlemen. On the other side, it'll be Mr. Bad Boy himself, Rick Mahorn.
Yeah.
South Point offers all the types of entertainment you'd expect at a first-class Las Vegas resort. Did you know our 400-seat showroom is one of Las Vegas's top destinations for live entertainment? Enjoy live performances by classic Vegas entertainers, bands, and today's hottest comedians, plus a rock and dance floor. You can also enjoy live entertainment at the Grandview Lounge, where you'll feel all the vibes of old Las Vegas. Enjoy the music, and if you love to laugh, don't miss The Dirty at 12:30, our very own free comedy show. Every Friday night at 12:30 a.m. in the Grandview Lounge. The Dirty is 100% free, so arrive early. Go to southpointcasino.com or call the box office at 77136 for today's performances at the showroom and the Grandview Lounge.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back on Punchlines here, live from the South Point studio here in Las Vegas. That's the sports book right behind me. We do this show every day, Monday through Friday. Oh, look, there's a nice shot of us there. Monday through Friday from 12 to 1 Pacific, we do Punchlines. And today, a very special guest, a man who I've chased down and finally is able to do it. He's literally at the Burger King drive-thru.
That's true.
Have it your way.
He just don't have it, yo. All right.
Leave me alone.
Ladies and gentlemen, Rick Mahorn is on the show. I pause for Rick. Hey, Rick.
I'd hang up on you guys.
Now, wait a second. I heard Rick order a double Whopper. You put onions and mustard?
No, I said double cheeseburger, you bum.
But why? I don't like onions.
Don't stop.
I don't like onions. I don't know why.
Well, that.
Your change will be 1 second.
Let her keep the change. Give her the
listen,
change.
I
Give
can't
her the
believe-
change.
You didn't use the app or a coupon. Come on.
Hey, shut up. What do you want?
Okay, well,
I'll have
listen.
a Whopper with no mayo is what I'll have.
They still have the bacon double cheeseburger. So listen, Rick,
Thank you.
we haven't talked in a little over a year. We haven't talked in a while. We did a podcast together a couple
That's
years
because
ago.
I don't like you, Frank. I don't like you.
Well, that's Ryan, our producer in the sport coat, and this is Keith Lyle, another comedian
shit.
here.
I don't like him either.
Okay, you've never met them. Now listen, we're Keith and I are both comics, and I know you've been doing stand-up lately, and you just worked with Frank Caliendo. So how's the stand-up career going?
Hey, look, it's free money. I might as well take it. You get it free. I'm going to get it free.
Right.
No, it's coming along really well. I enjoy it. You know, we did a...
Why? Well, God. Oh, no,
he
Rick.
does not like us.
All right, so what do we do now?
He opened a text.
He opened a text? Is that what he...
I think
There, he's back.
Yeah.
Okay, we got him.
There he is.
Okay, now I got you.
Okay.
I was just making sure it was okay. No, it's been exciting as something to venture forth into and try to really enjoy what life gives you. If you can crack a few jokes and enjoy yourself and make people laugh, that's all good. And I respect what you do for a living. And also, you're a bullshit ass sometimes, but we're all good.
Now, never been called that before. What do you talk about? Do you talk about your playing days, or you just talk about some stories that happened in your life? I'm just kind of curious to know what kind of stand-up you're doing.
Well, you got to read the crowd,
Right.
of course. And the crowd and most of the time they just want to hear about, stuff that happened. If Dennis Rodman wore a dress in the locker room or some shit, something funny, or even if Jordan, did you hit Jordan? My thing is, you know how y'all do it. You play the crowd, and if the crowd is engaged in it, and you go for it.
I love it. Now, you were just in Vegas here, right? Because you were out here with the Big Three. And you didn't stop in and see. How come you didn't stop in and see us here at the South Point? I told you I could get you a free buffet, which is better for you than that Burger King you're about to eat.
Well, put it this way: I ain't eating the Burger King right now. In fact, I'm about to drink some water because as I ordered it, because I really don't eat like that anymore. But I've been running around today, so it is what it is.
I know. I appreciate you checking in with us. So, how's the Big Three going for you?
So far, the Big Three has been pretty well. I mean, last year my team sucked, but this year I got a few players. I got Paul Millsap as as a team captain. So he's bringing in his brothers, and But the thing is, I won a championship years ago. I'm looking forward to try to win another one.
Now, let's talk about your 89 championship. How often do you get to talk with those guys? Is there a text thread with like you and Lambeer and Isaiah, or how often do you guys get together?
Well, Frank, you already know it is a text thread. So what the hell? You just ask me how are they doing? Guess what? I don't give a shit what they doing. It's fun because we're still, we keep in touch. We talk about the state of the Pistons now. We talk about the state of the NBA. But, the NBA to me is thriving, and everybody wants to shoot the three ball. I'm looking forward to watching this game tonight against Minnesota and Dallas. I think these two teams, can they give Boston a run for their money? I don't know. Boston's been playing pretty damn good.
Now, Boston's beaten every team they've beaten on their journey through the playoffs have had a lot of injuries, but you still feel like whoever wins between Minnesota or Dallas, Boston's still the favorite, right?
Of course, Boston got the better record. They got to go through Boston to win a championship. Right. And I've been through that, with my career here in Detroit. You have to go through someplace in order to win. But I'll tell you right now, it ain't like Boston is going to be, they're vulnerable enough for, I don't bet. But they could lose one or two in Boston, but also with a healthy, with both teams being healthy health-wise, you got to get an edge to Boston because Porzingis is expected to come back.
All right, now in tonight's game, right now Minnesota's at what's the line? They're
5-point favorites.
They're 5-point favorites. We got Kat, you got Ant, and you got Luka. Who do you like watching play, and how do you feel this game's going to go tonight in Minnesota?
Well, when I look at these games, and I like individualism sometimes, but it's always the others that I look for. I don't necessarily, the
Nice.
P.J. Washingtons,
Washington,
or or you look at the Gobert if he can establish some kind of inside presence. But Minnesota has to rely on Ant-Man and also Cat. But I think Cat and Ant-Man came to life in that that last game, but it was still tough and a struggle because Lively didn't play, but Lively's expected to play. The bigs have really been out manhandling the Minnesota Timberwolves. So I just look at it in a way that who's ever making 3-pointers, and if Kyrie comes to play like he's been playing, it's going to be a tough battle.
Now, how do you scout Luka? And could Luka have played in your day when he comes when he's driving down the middle? What would have happened to him maybe against a Detroit or a Chicago? So tell me about Luka. Give me your scouting report on Luka.
Well, it just depends on where rules are engaged. And if you go back to the throwback years, he probably would have got his ass whooped. Everybody would have got their ass whooped and learned how to play. But it's the way the league is thriving right now. It's the open court. It's more ball domination. Luka, bad boy. The Joker's bad. You got guys that are playing at a high level and able to sustain a triple-double. I'm sitting there going like, shit, if there would have been a triple-double back in our day, they had to really work hard for it.
Now, is there anybody in the playoffs still that could have played on the Pistons with you, that their style would have fit in, or are they too soft?
Hold on, let me make a call.
Okay, hold on.
Man, shit, don't even try it. Can they play back with... Man, come on. I'm about tired of you asking me questions. Anybody else got something?
All right, sure. Well, then Keith asked you.
Okay.
Wait, no, hold on. Screw that. I want to talk about your Patriots. Let's talk about your Patriots.
Screw you. Screw you and screw the Pittsburgh Steelers.
No. Who's going to be better this year, the Steelers or the Patriots? With Mayo, and now
y'all just went and got old. Y'all just got a broke quarterback and draft a quarter. What the hell am I missing?
Justin Fields.
They didn't want him in Denver. They didn't want him in. I don't want to hear it. We'll talk later. But anybody else got some questions? I don't like Frank right now.
All right, well, Ryan, you go ahead. He's from Chicago, so.
Well, family's from Chicago.
Oh, hell no. What's the other guy?
He's from Chicago.
He is from
Born and raised in Chicago.
Next.
Well, I just wanted to ask, so talking about the current state of the NBA, these Suns made a deep playoff run last year and then traded a bunch of pieces to get Kevin Durant and then took a step back and now have no draft capital for the next 8 years. Yeah. Can they things with Kevin Durant?
You said they took a step back. Shit, they fell off the cliff. It's the fact that don't be giving me that proper stuff. But when I look at the Phoenix Suns, they threw all their chips in the middle. And they said, okay, we can get Kevin Durant. The thing about it is always going to be health when it comes to the NBA. If Devin Booker, it all depends on what Bradley Beal can come back to be. Yeah. If he can be that Bradley Beal from before. And you can always put, some regular guys, not regular guys, but try to find some seasoned pros that are in their last year of a contract. They're going to have to, it's going to be a hodgepodge of things that they can do. They're not going to just sit there and stay at bay.
Hold on, Rick. Do you have 2 seatbelts on? Why do you have like an?
No, I got my
fanny pack.
I got a cross. It's called a crossbody, Frank. Mm-hmm, they can't. You couldn't wear one because you couldn't get by your tits.
Well, with his tits, he's got a purse. That's all. He carries a purse.
I have a fanny pack that fits nice around my waist. No, I carry a wallet.
You sure it's fitting around you? You sure you got that money purse around your waist? Anyway,
he's a full B cup.
I don't want to talk to Frank. I said, okay, Frank, you're on probation right now. Anybody else has a question other than Frank?
Well, Mr. Mahorn, I'll say that you don't have to screw the Steelers because they already are.
Hell no, you started messing up with that Mr. Mahorn shit.
I was showing you the proper respect.
No, just say Rick. This is what I got.
Rick, this is what I got. Prior to you being in Philly, Charles Barkley was there, and he was he had a little bit of a temper problem, throwing people through plate glass windows, spitting on a little girl. Then all of a sudden, Rick Mahorn shows up in '89, and we have this new Charles Barkley with a happy-go-lucky attitude, and he's the Charles Barkley we know and love today. And how much of that was due to your cheerful influence, as we've seen today?
Well, let's see if we get the timeline right. He spit on a girl when I was here.
Okay.
He sit in the crowd and it hit a little girl.
Okay, you were there.
I was like, man, you're better than that. And long story short, and then in Orlando, I wasn't there because he threw the guy through the.
Right.
But when we would go out, and the maturity, it was the fact that we kept everybody. We were accountable. And it's a lot of times you have to be accountable in life with your friends and everything that you have to do in life because your friends represent who you are. Charles is doing a fantastic job at TNT, doing the show with Ernie and Kenny and Shaq. I think it's just great that he's just improved who he is as a person, but also improved as being a leader and also a role model, which he never wanted to claim.
Now, who was Thump and who was Bump? I know they called you Thump and Bump.
You know what? I really didn't know because I've been from the Beef Brothers to the Bad Boys to the Bump and Thump. I was like, pretty soon I wanted to be just Rick Mahorn.
Right.
I couldn't tell you who was what, but we had, it's something that's marketable. When you look at it, people from Washington remember me from the Beef Brother days, and then it's the people in Detroit always going to remember me as the Bad Boys because we won. And Philadelphia is always going to be loved. But I'll tell you right now, that was some funny playoffs against them and the Knicks. I thought they were playing in New York.
All right, Ryan's got a question for you, Rick.
Yeah, so my generation kind of seems to think that LeBron is the GOAT, and having played against Michael Jordan, who I recognize as the GOAT, who do you believe is the greatest of all time?
That's the LeBron Jordan question.
Oh, well, see, the thing to me, it all depends on who you like. I mean, I'm on my radio show every Saturday on satellite radio from 10 to 1 Eastern time. But I never pick top 5. I never pick top 10 because everybody has their opinions, and it's more to me barbershop talk or arguments that, hey, you got to legit. I look at Michael and I say, okay, but then I look at Bill Russell. Right. Then if I really want to go back, I go look at Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yep. It just depends on what era that you're thinking about. It's a top 10 every era. Hakeem Olajuwon could have been the GOAT or whatever, but they look at stats, and it's something where we in life we look at reality bias. It's like now, LeBron is the big thing, and we didn't have social media back then. We didn't have all this, aptitude to get to these different venues or these different sports networks. But I love the way society has evolved. But somebody will say something on Facebook, and then next thing you know, it's an argument on X, or then it goes to Instagram. But I like it because it keeps basketball alive.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're all excited for tonight's game. You don't bet. You don't gamble on sports. I mean, you're not a big gambler. Or do you play the tables?
Not unless it's the Patriots playing them sorry ass Pittsburgh Steelers.
You know that the Patriots are only one of 2 teams with the Carolina Panthers that are underdogs in every game this upcoming season. How do you feel about that?
Well, that means you can get paid because that means they're gonna whoop that ass and cover. No, but Frank, we joke, and it's always about our franchises, and I love just like there's the barbershop talk about who's the GOAT. Well, I know who's the GOAT in football, and he wore the red, white, and blue. Yeah, he ain't wear that ugly yellow,
black and gold. It's black and gold.
Black and pee-pee. Black and pee-pee. Didn't your mother teach you about pee-pee? Pee-pee is yellow.
Yeah, she did. But they're gold. It's gold. It's black and gold.
Gold. Okay, so they must have had some vitamins because that's the only time pee is gold.
Yeah, they were dehydrated.
When you have vitamins.
Now, speaking of vitamins,
they were dehydrated. Thank you.
Dehydrated. Speaking of vitamins, where's your Burger King that you ordered? Why is it in the car yet?
It's in the car. It's just sitting over there. I probably won't even eat it.
You won't even eat it. You have Whopper, double Whopper. What do you have? Double cheeseburger.
Why you keep saying it's a double Whopper?
I don't know.
A double cheeseburger.
Sorry.
No
onions and mustard.
Yeah.
I don't eat this crap all the time.
Well, take a bite.
Look how
We
gorgeous
want to see you. Can we see you take a bite of your double cheeseburger?
I got a bite you can take a bite of.
Yeah, next time you're in Vegas, Rick, why don't you come hang out with Frank and I? We'll teach you some bad habits.
No, I'm gonna hang out with you.
That's
I'm gonna
fine.
hang out with the other. I ain't hanging with Frank. I don't like Frank.
We did so many shows together during COVID. We were like, I had my Mahorn shirt.
That was called money.
Yeah.
That was money.
I could get you a buffet.
You
I get you any.
Hey, you fucker. You gonna pay me next time I get on here.
Write him down. Write Mahorn. Mahorn has made the board.
That's all right. Listen. I'm the board. What's the board?
You're on
got
the
an
board for
F-bomb
saying
board.
the F-bomb. The
1 second.
F-bomb for saying the F word.
Oh, I can't say that.
Well,
This
you
is
did.
can.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
We had bets on it. Thank you. I just
Wow.
made $30. I appreciate it,
Big
Rick.
spot right for you.
Oh,
But I
well, you
think-
need another one?
but-
I
No,
owe
no,
you
no.
a double cheeseburger.
I like the fact that he called me that word, so it made it more special than ever. All right, Rick, listen, we'll get you out on this. Tell us something that you're going to do in the next week that's fun. Like, what does Rick Mahorn do for fun this weekend? What do you do?
You know, Frank, I try to enjoy my kids. I just got my first grandbaby.
Oh, well, there you go.
His name is Ranger.
Oh, that's a
and
great
so he'll be up here in Detroit. I enjoy being around my family all the time. We're on the road maybe 8 months out of the year, riding around watching the Pistons and all that stuff, Frank. But you know me, I like being a homebody, and I like watching Love After Lockup. That's some funny stuff, boy. I swear.
Yeah.
All right, Rick.
I didn't know how dumb. Hey, listen, I didn't know how dumb people can be.
Right.
If 90 Day Fiance, you can't find dumb enough people on that one, we got Love After Lockup.
Love after love. All right, take one bite of the burger.
Or love with lockup. I couldn't. But man, I'm done. Anyway, much respect to you guys.
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Rick, you're
Thank
the best,
you so
buddy.
much. I
I'll talk to you.
appreciate
I'll call him and he won't answer, so it's perfect.
Hey, Frank,
Yes.
leave me alone. I'll make out that bomb again.
You did it. You did the show. I'll leave you
Y'all
alone.
be good.
Thank you, Rick
Thank
Mahorn,
you.
ladies and
Thank
gentlemen. All right, roll the 12 picks at 12:36, and that was awesome. Rick Mahorn,
Ooh,
ladies
right
and
on
gentlemen,
time.
on the show.
great.
We're about a minute late, but I think it's okay when you have an NBA champion like Rick Mahorn who's hysterical. There's the thing. Oh, we can take the headphones off.
12:36.
All right, so we're like a minute late today. Keith Lyle came in. Keith always gives pick. You're very active. Wait a second. Hold on. It's black and gold. It's not black and PP. I'm answering the poll question. Again, if you're new to the show, please subscribe. You can jump in. We do polls, questions for our guests, stuff
I don't know,
like
we
that.
got
Keith, what do you have for picks at
over
12:36?
70%.
1236. My pick is I like to do plus picks. I like to I'm like Ann in that way. I like value. So I like the Nationals today with Trevor Williams. He's having a
Former
good
Pirate, former Cub.
right. Well, yeah, and that's why he's doing so well this year.
He
And
got out of Pittsburgh and Chicago. Yeah.
exactly.
Jeremiah
He's
Estrada,
plus
the same thing.
165.
Yeah, that's
last
right.
I looked.
Jeremiah Estrada is the same thing.
Oh, is
That's
he?
right. He
Yeah,
couldn't
yeah.
pitch for your Cubs last
Yeah,
year.
no.
And then he throws that new pitch.
Yeah.
And he struck out 13 in a row.
He sure
All right,
did.
so I'm sorry to interrupt.
So no,
you,
that's
sir.
fine. The Nationals today are what are they? Plus 170 against the
Okay.
Braves. I'll take the plus number. Put a little on it, just to go with it. And it's only because the White Sox aren't playing today. And if let's see, the White Sox have lost I think 45 times this year.
They're terrible.
All but 8 of them have been by more than 2 runs.
It's
So if you
just-
bet them on the run line, you're doing pretty good.
But they got
bet
those really
against
cool
them on
City
the
Connect
line, yeah.
uniforms that say Southside. Those are cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Those pinstripe ones.
All right, Ryan, do you have anything today?
I'm not taking a plus money bet. I'm actually laying a little cheese. Taking the Seattle Mariners.
No!
With
That was
Lewis
mine!
Gilbert, going against the Astros. We'll talk about the Astros a little bit in posts with our next
Yep.
post. But Mariners are minus 128 here at the South Point. I like them.
That's my pick too. So we can have the same pick. I'm sorry. We like to find out each other's picks live. We could coordinate it. No, we don't do it that way here. We do it live. I am 7-0. 7-0. You call your man. You will beat your man. I'm 7-0 with my locks. I also like Seattle. I think Seattle, this is the weekend they can pull away from Houston. Houston, obviously not having a good year. Seattle's like 6 or 7 games up on them. I think they could sweep them this weekend possibly. So I do like Seattle, and I'm putting My 7-0 win streak on the line with Seattle as well. So there you go.
It's a 5-star, one of one. 5-star lock with these two on it at the same time.
It's a far out lock. Frank and Ryan lock.
There you go.
There you go. It's a far lock. Let someone else come up with it. But anyway, we both like Seattle, and we could probably talk about Houston now, right?
Yeah.
Seeing as they are in trouble. Yeah. We're getting back to post. By the way, how great was Rick Mahorn? That was unbelievable.
My God.
It was fantastic.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Tremendous. He's doing. I wanted to see him bite the cheeseburger so bad. He didn't want to do it.
Why?
I don't know, because it's just because it would go viral.
We know Ann doesn't like to watch people eat.
I know. That's one of the reasons I wanted it too, because
Yeah.
she hates watching people eat. She's like Aaron's spelling that way. All right, Ryan, let's talk about Houston.
All right, so yeah.
They have a problem.
Our Mariners pick going against the Astros. The Astros have scored exactly in exactly 1 inning in 7 straight games. So yesterday we looked at teams that have scored in 3 innings in a game. So the Astros have scored in exactly 1 inning in 7 straight games, the longest streak since the 1974 Orioles, who also had 7. The MLB record is 8 straight by the 1918 Washington Senators. The only other team with a streak of 7 in the expansion era, so since 61, was the 62-63 Angels.
Now, I don't think we've done anything before from, is it Sarah Langs?
We have had some Sarah Langs.
We have? Okay, good. I don't understand these people, how they enter and how they compute all these stats. And then, I mean, it's not like Bill James used to go, 4-run games, they're 8-4. These nowadays, it's just too crazy. Is there a whole show going on back there behind the glass?
We're all missing what's going on over here.
We're getting heckled.
I know, we're getting heckled by our own crew.
Yeah.
Did you guys notice the Jose Altuve picture by chance?
I did not. Let's see.
No.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
He's wincing.
He's wincing because the electronic sensor is burning his chest.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's tipping him off the pitches. Again, I'm sorry. I used to love Jose Altuve because he's basically my height. And I'm like, there's a guy like my size that's possible Hall of Famer. But when he hit that walk-off home run and he's getting home plate, and he says, don't take the jersey off because I'm wearing a wire. Yeah. He's wearing a wire. Serrano took the discs. All right, I'm doing all
He's either wearing a wire or women's underpants or bra or something.
He has breasts like me, according to Rick Mahorn.
Well,
I've never been told I don't have. Okay, moving on.
there's only one way to find out.
I could do it.
Please don't. All right, so yesterday, baseball action, the New York Mets had their reliever thrown from the game.
Oh, my God.
And he decided to throw his glove into the crowd.
No glove, no love.
Yeah.
And what does he say afterwards? I don't regret it.
Yeah.
This guy.
On it, do you regret doing that?
No. No, I don't regret it.
He's a cool-looking dude.
I think I've been looking the worst team probably in the whole MLB.
So social media has kind of taken that and saying that he said that he's on the worst team in Major League Baseball.
He said teammate.
He said
sounded like teammate.
Yeah, but they're going to DFA him. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah,
the Mets?
he's been DFA'd.
Yeah, he had. Oh, it's official. Okay, I know it was in the process, so he's no longer on a team. But I mean, he kind of went out. Like, didn't Rodman go out? He threw his uniform off.
Yeah.
And
Well, I like a guy that's fiery like that. Like he's like so mad at his, wouldn't it be great if like Angel Hernandez finally realized how crappy he was and just like threw his ball and strike thing down in his hat and like. He's just, I suck. I suck. All right, I suck.
It's
You're
like
right.
AB did it.
Talking about Angel Hernandez and a guy that he injected was Bryce Harper, one of the most popular clips of Angel Hernandez's career. Bryce throws his helmet into the stands.
That was against the Pirates. It was a check swing. By the way, clear check swing. The bat barely left his shoulder, and he rung him up down at third. The home plate umpire shouldn't have even let him appeal that. Yeah, no. And he went straight after him.
Yeah,
and,
it wasn't even close. And that was like the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
And, it was funny because I saw a stat where it's like he missed 90, he's 92.3% accurate in balls and strikes, which is like 62 out of 85.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking like, wait, there are guys worse than him? But I mean, we've been, yelling at this guy for 30 years about how bad he is. He had to have some kind of blackmailable material on Bud Selig or something. It's the only thing I can imagine.
We're going to have to get Nagel on next week and talk about Angel Hernandez and update his thoughts on the current baseball season. So we'll get Denny on next week.
Yeah, they say he's a nice guy and everything. And like when they went to the league and went, oh, well, he's terrible. And they're like, well, he's bad for both sides. It's like, that's not an answer.
He's really bad. Well, he makes bad calls.
Can you imagine being at work and be like, this guy's bad? Yeah, but he's bad all the time. He's getting paid the same as all of them. Yeah.
It's okay. Let him slide. All right, what's next, Ryan?
Well, so we just gave out our picks at 36. So I wanted to look at the top 5 teams in Major League Baseball to bet on the run line.
Okay.
So this is going into today. The Royals are the best team to bet on the run line. With a $100 bet, you'd be up $1,120.
Wow.
Followed by the Guardians,
There's my
the
team.
Nationals, the Phillies, and the Orioles.
Yeah, the Nats are better than anybody thought, I think. Dave Martinez is a good manager. He's got some young players on there. That Mackenzie Gore, I like watching him pitch, so that's interesting. But the Royals, another team that's just kind of hanging in there in the AL Central, and I believe I have them in our cycle.
Yeah.
Do I have them? No, I don't. I have Minnesota,
you have the
Cleveland,
Tigers,
and Detroit. Yeah.
Well, so the Royals and Guardians are the only team that you would be up over $1,000, and then the Nationals, Phillies, Orioles, and Yankees, you'd be up over $700, and then it's a steep drop off to where the Brewers, you'd be up $387. You want to get any guesses on the next team?
Pirates. No.
The Rockies.
The Rockies?
The Rockies, you'd be up $180, and then the Reds, Dodgers, Braves. Anybody want to take a guess on the worst team against the run line?
Chicago.
I'm
White
going to say the
Sox.
White Sox.
Nope, they are bottom 3,
The
but they are not the worst.
Reds, not the Reds. Marlins.
Red Sox.
Red Sox.
The Red Sox are 24-32 against the run line with a negative $1,342.
That's great. That's good stuff. That's a top 5 list right there.
I
you don't wanna
noticed
be betting
the
the
top
Sox.
2 White Sox division.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's
They're
true.
beating the crap out of them 7 games at a time.
Yeah. White Sox are hopeless. All right, what's next? Are we moving to football here?
Well, so I wanted to move to football and first take a look at what actually happened this morning. So Jalen Waddle was given a contract extension.
This is what I woke up to.
A 3-year contract extension paying him $84.75 million. And then so this is a kind of a look at all the wide receivers that got paid this offseason. Nico Collins, A.J. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Devonta Smith, Jerry Jeudy, Michael Pittman Jr., and Mike Evans. The other wide receivers eligible for deals this offseason include Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Jamar Chase, Brandon Ayuk, and T. Higgins.
Yes, I'm keeping my eye on that Brendan Ayuk, the Jefferson one, because they're still rumored to the Steelers. It's not going to happen, but let me just dream.
No. But with this, Jalen Waddle becomes the 4th highest paid wide receiver in the National Football League.
Wow.
Really
great graphic.
Resetting the wide receiver market because these other guys that need contracts are going to be paid above him. A.J. Brown is the top billed
He's a stud.
wide receiver based on annual pay.
Right.
So $32 million for A.J. Brown, just over $30 million for Amon-Ra St. Brown. And then Tyreek Hill's getting paid $30 million. Jalen Waddle now getting 28.25, and then Devontae Adams getting paid $28 million a year.
I mean, there's no excuses for the Dolphins this year. They've made all their players happy. They just have to beat a team with a winning record this year.
Yep.
That's what they got to do.
That's it. I mean, that's a number 2 receiver getting that kind of scratch.
It's unbelievable. And they can beat up on the Patriots twice this year because Rick Mahorn, Patriots suck. What's up now, Rick?
Do.
How's that double cheeseburger with onion and... Anyway. I got dizzy.
How them
doing
onions
it.
now?
How them
Rick?
onions now, Rick? How them tasting?
You're the king of Burger King, Rick.
Every time I call him... Now, leading up to this interview with getting Rick Mahorn, I'd call, it would ring twice, he'd answer the phone and go, no. And then, and then I'd call back like a little while and it would go to voicemail and I'd leave a long voicemail and then he would just text back, nope, not yet. Funny guy. I want to see him do stand-up.
I do too. I was going to try to invite, hey, I got a spot for you.
We could get him out.
That's why I was like, hey, come out to Vegas and we'll hang out. And we'll get him a
hang
spot.
with one of the bad boys. Me and you and Rick Mahorn.
That'll be something.
Look out, world.
That's right.
All right, Ryan, what else do you have in Post with Punch?
So this one is going to be football jerseys, old football jerseys that I believe his name is Nigel Xavier.
Okay, this is my favorite one of the day.
Cut up and put to cover an armchair.
Right. Okay, so armchair quarter probably cost him about $2,000 for all the jerseys.
All the jerseys.
Could have went on Amazon for about $14 and got a custom fit cover for that.
Yeah. You probably went to Goodwill or something, found the ones that everyone tossed.
It's true.
I saw some Green Bay ones, so.
Green Bay.
Sucks.
There you go.
Yeah, I
All
won't
Bears
even
fans
sit in
have
the
to do.
chair because Green Bay's on it. I wouldn't sit in it.
Well,
Talked about PP yellow.
Yeah, I
and-
won't even touch it.
There you
and,
go.
and vomit green.
Wait, how did that poll turn out? By the way, folks, if you want, please like and subscribe on this show, and then you can enter our chat room. We have Joey B, one of our regulars from the beginning. Second best segment since Frank broke the TV with the club. Second best segment behind some idiot eating 9 chocolates. That's Reno Paul saying that about himself. Joey B, another, he said second, it's still Joey B. Second best segment since Keith Lau and his blackjack dealer stories.
got
When
more.
will Bob Zaney be in to roast Jeff Parles? We'll work on that. And Joey B also said second best segment behind the Budweiser Clydesdales when they entered the South Point Sportsbook. That was pretty cool when we had them come in.
Well, you mentioned you breaking the monitor. You want to see it again?
Sure, why not? Here's me, ladies and gentlemen. There it is.
And he breaks the desk.
And I broke the desk. That's Matt and Everett behind us co-hosting that day.
Exactly how we drew it up.
There we go.
Making
and I made it worse.
Yeah.
I love Ann's scream.
Ann screamed out. She was afraid. That was our very famous clip.
And it was great when they came in the next day and gave you the I don't want you with a bowling ball. I don't.
Yeah, right. Vinny came in and read me. Is the TV still over there? We still have the monitor.
Oh, we're gonna auction it off.
Yeah.
Still, we're gonna auction it off. All right. What else do we have here? We had some basketball.
Well, so sticking with NFL,
Oh, okay.
a guy that, and talking about a couch, a guy that spent a lot of time on the couch this past season and will probably be spending a lot of time on the couch this coming season.
Okay.
Aaron Rodgers was at Jets practice.
Good one.
And was having some issues with his Achilles.
Yeah.
And so the little cut of him
this is
rolling
half
out,
speed, quarter
he's limping
speed.
now, and then rolling the other way. He's doing the same thing. So if you're looking early and can get the Jets under season win total,
Jeez.
He got vaccinated. That's what that
That's
says
what
to
happened.
me.
There it
He
is.
got
But you know what?
vaccinated.
But he likes messing with the media so much. Is he doing this on purpose, knowing that he's being filmed? I don't know. But that doesn't look. I mean, if he's doing that at OTAs,
yeah.
and then he's going to play game speed. I mean, how many plays did he last?
He made it 4 plays, which is 4 plays more than Abraham Lincoln.
Hi-oh! See how I set him up there? We're doing Dean
Too
and
soon?
Jerry. Too soon. It's been 200 years. 200 years is still too soon. You can do Archduke Ferdinand jokes.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's
Franz
even sooner.
Ferdinand, yeah.
What else do we have today, Ryan?
Well, so looking at last night's hockey game, Dallas Stars, Edmonton Oilers.
Yeah, it's 2-0 last I saw.
Well,
What, did it change?
You went to
Did
sleep
Dallas
too
win
soon.
2-0?
no. It was a heavy steam of the Oilers after that. But Connor McDavid had a shot that was saved by Jake Ottinger's stick.
Look at that.
Just sitting on the goal line. But I wanted to take another look at that first angle. We'll see it in a little bit. But I don't think this shot is going in, even if it doesn't hit
It looks
the
like
stick.
it was going to go across.
It looks like it's going across the crease.
Yeah.
And it's not going to go in. So, like, the angle that it looks like it's either going to hit the post and go the same way.
Maybe. Never know which way it's spinning.
I don't think it's going in.
Henry Lundqvist was talking about on the post game. I saw an interview with him talking about when he has his goalie school that he tells young goalies, leave the stick there.
Yeah,
and
if you drop it, just
you
kick
drop
it
your
behind
stick. Yeah, kick it there. You might get lucky. Look, and that's the kind of thing you see in a hockey game, and you go, okay, they're the team of destiny,
Right.
but then they lose 5-2.
Then they lose 5-2, yeah.
So I don't know. Everyone wants that Dallas Rangers matchup or Florida Dallas. No one wants to see Edmonton, but hey,
Well, just keep
Unless you're in Edmonton.
keep the cup out of Canada
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
they haven't won it in
spoken like
4
a
years,
Vegas
so.
Gold.
Yeah,
Knights
we may
fan,
have to
ladies.
build a wall or something to keep the cup here. Hey, the cup's still in Vegas. That's all I know.
for now.
That's right.
Maybe one day your hometown baseball team will have
Stop it.
Okay.
Stop.
Did you see yesterday what happened? They were tearing down the Tropicana where they're going to put the A's stadium,
Right.
and someone forgot to tell them that there's a septic tank right underneath
Yeah.
where they're pulling it down. So
the crane.
fell into the septic tank.
Yeah. We got
Which
to
is
clean up on that.
Foreshadowing for the A's.
foreshadowing
Yeah, right.
for what's going to happen there in the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. Someone might want to look at the blueprints on that.
Yeah.
Probably pull them up on your phone.
Yeah.
I
Septic
wonder.
tank
They
underneath.
went, oh crap.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
That was our final post.
That was our final one. That was so dramatic. All right, second best segment since Jeff Parles talking about Pop-Tarts during Super Bowl week. I love it. You guys, how'd the poll go?
It Black and PP won. So, aren't you proud to wear black and PP?
I almost wore. I was gonna wear a Steelers shirt today just to piss Mahorn off, but I didn't. I just said piss after the PP thing.
Yeah.
But he was tremendous. So again, thank you to Rick Mahorn. We do this show called Punchlines. We do it Monday through Friday. On Mondays, potluck. We never know what's gonna happen. But we have guest hosts. We have Matt and Everett on Tuesdays. Matt and Everett's awesome. Wednesday and Friday, it's Alex White. We got Keith filling in all the time. Hopefully, we're gonna make that a regular thing. And back there directing the show, we got Caden and Sean and Jerry downstairs, and Ryan, our producer. Ryan, what are you up to the rest of the day today? Something with Aubrey, your 4-month-old daughter?
Yeah, just gonna hang out with her.
I am going to get my glasses fixed. Very exciting day for me. But anyway, I do like Seattle tonight. What?
Get your glasses fixed.
Yeah.
Didn't you just have the contacts?
I did. I have a lot of problems with eyewear, ladies and gentlemen. When I moved my stuff, I broke them, so I got to go get
You're not going to Costco, are you?
No, because they don't do the work I need. I got to go to Frame Fixers on Eastern, and I don't know. I got the directions already pulled up. No one really cares about this. Make sure you follow us. Now, if you look in the description box below, there's all the links to our social media. Okay, South Point Studios is a great place to watch all the shows, but you can also go specifically to ours, Punchlines FN, on all social media. Watch the show. We put up a lot of our funny clips. We have Keith telling stories about working with Bradley Cooper on The Hangover and his Greg Maddox story. And you have there's a Pete Rose story. And then you said for next time there was another story.
It brought Charles Oakley?
Yeah, Charles Oakley. All right, we're teasing it. We're teasing Charles Oakley. We're teasing a Charles Oakley story. All right. That's it. We'll be back tomorrow from 12 to 1. I'm Frank Nicotero. The show is Punchlines. Line stands for, thank you, Keith Lyle, live in Nevada, every show.